Well, hello, orchestra. We have made it to page 39 in our books. Today we're going to do something called advanced fingering techniques. On this page, we're going to learn to play with good left hand shape, which means we're just going to review and remind ourselves what that left hand is supposed to look like. We're also going to do something called second finger free, criss-cross fingering, and unblocked fingering. You're going to be excited about that. And then we'll understand a new music term called DC Alfine. DC Alfine. All right, let's move on down the page and we'll learn those things as we go. Our first song is called G major upper octave scale, new step for violin. We are using notes now on the E string violin. The notes that we've learned a few pages ago were the notes E, open, first finger F sharp, second finger, lower second finger, remember where the two fingers touch, that'll be our G, and then our third finger A and our fourth finger B. We don't actually use the third and fourth finger on this song, but eventually we will find a song that uses those. Use only third finger on highlighted notes. So there's something new and different about these G's right here, these two D's, and these two G's here. What we're going to try is we're going to use unblocked fingering to play those G's. And simply put, it's like this. On a violin, we have our third finger as G. And during all the pages of this book, we've also included our first and second finger behind G on the string. Remember E, F sharp, G? We usually keep our first finger and second finger on the string while we're pressing our third finger G. Well, we're going to do something called unblocked fingering, meaning we're only going to press down on the finger that is playing that note. That means that these two fingers right here are going to be off the string and free. They're floating in the air. When we get to the note D later in the song, we'll be on the A string. Okay, normally when we do the A string D, our other two fingers behind are on the string as well. But today we're going to release those fingers and use just the third finger alone. Your muscles are going to not want to do that because you've been doing it the other way all year long. So now we're going to retrain our muscles to let go of those other fingers. Watch my finger, G finger, press down on the string right there, but my other fingers are not playing. Notice that I just played one third finger G all by itself and then went to the A, open A string like that. That's all there is to it, okay? That's all we mean by unblocking your fingers. Instead of your whole finger blocked on the string together, all first, second, third finger, we're just going to release the first two fingers and play just with the third finger. All right, let's go ahead and play the G major upper octave scale, new step for violin. Okay, all quarter notes, and we're going to play the C's as C natural and the F's as F sharp. So what does that mean for our violins and violas? Remember, it's a 1-2 finger pattern to play C natural and a 2-3 finger pattern to play F sharp. So this is like a mixed pattern song where our second finger needs to remember where it's supposed to be. 195, here we go. 1, 2, third finger free, go. Low second finger now. Oboe string E. Low second finger. Now third finger free on the D. C natural. Third finger free. Repeat. Play through the rest of the song and be comfortable with your finger patterns before moving on. 196, second finger free, new step for violin and viola. Now this is a great technique for playing two notes like B to D. Watch what my fingers do as I play from B to D. I just played the first two measures of the song. Do you see that my second finger is free? It's not pressing down on the string. So we're going to practice releasing the second finger this time. B, 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 D, D. B, 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 D, D. Leaving our second finger off the string. All right? And those are eighth notes. So we're counting 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, right? Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. C natural. Hope you played C natural. And lift. Again, second finger free. And third finger free. Lift and set. C natural right there. 2, 3, lift. 1, 3, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. And third finger free. I went pretty fast on that song. If you need to go a little slower, please do, and practice it, and be comfortable playing just for your first finger to your third finger. And don't forget that C's are C natural on that song. 197, unblocked left hand, new step for violin and viola. When we get to the G, again, we're going to play third finger by itself there, and we're also going to play this note C with our third finger by itself, all right? We can also unblock all of the fingers for the entire song, meaning when we play C natural, we don't need to put our first finger down any longer. We can just use our second finger on the string. So when we go from C, B, A, G, we can just play the one finger for each note. That's called unblocked fingering. And it's something you're going to be doing for the rest of your schooling next year when you move on to your next grade, is you will be playing unblocked fingering 99% of the time. Let's take a look at the song. Notice that there are no sharps in the key signature, so we are going to be playing right here, no sharps, F's and C's as F natural and C natural. Okay, 1-2 finger pattern for violins and violas. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. all those notes could be played unblocked, okay, which is a new skill, so I know that's probably feels kind of weird to you, but you're going to enjoy the feeling as you get used to it. Don't forget the F naturals in that particular song. 198, Criss-Cross, Applesauce. In this song, we're going to anchor our first finger, meaning we're going to place our first finger on B, okay, our first finger on B, and when we go to the G, the third note, we're going to leave our first finger pushing down on B still. We're just going to leave it there. We're going to anchor it there. We're not going to lift it up and move it over. So it's going to go B, B, G, G. Notice both my first finger and my third finger now are down on B and G, and our second finger is floating. It's free. B, B, G, G, B, B, D, B. Now when we play that D, we can also leave our first finger B anchored on the string. When we get to the C, we're going to need to unanchor the B finger in order to play these notes. Basically, we're just going to anchor the B finger on these two measures and on those two measures right there, and the rest of the song we're going to play normal with unblocked fingering. F sharps are in this song, but C's are C natural. So we've got a mixed finger pattern. Make sure you are thinking about that as you read those notes. 1, 2, 3, slowly 4 now. Now C natural, F sharp, and a slur. Anchor the first finger. Keep it anchored. Now C natural. Rest. F sharp, G, rest. Repeat. And so on. 199, Cielito, Lindo. Cielito, Lindo is a Mexican folk song, a very well-known, popular song from Mexico. This song has a few challenges to it. We have some slurs, we have some tied notes, fourth finger, naturals, sharps, just about everything we've learned thrown into one song. Also, we have a time signature of 3/4. We learned about that a few days ago. Meaning we're going to count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to count in sets of 3, not in sets of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like we did on this last song. We're counting in sets of 3. And a half note with a dot. How many counts does that get? 3. 3 counts. All right, let me play it for you, or you can try to play along. Notice we have an F sharp, but we have no C sharp, so our C's will be natural and our F's will be sharped. I'm going to count to 3 like this. 1, 2, 3, and then we begin. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Lift and set. 2, 3. Rest, rest. To rest. Then starting over. going to repeat this song, give us a little extra practice, and lift hand. Rest, rest. Normally that song is played and sung much faster than that, but it's good to go slow when you're first learning something. But do try to speed it up and play it faster, and I think you'll enjoy the sound of it more if you do that. Number 200, Cripple Creek, is an orchestra arrangement, meaning the violins are going to be playing a different part than the other groups in the orchestra, like the violas, cellos, and bass. Each group, violas, cellos, and bass, have their own special part. So on this video, I'm going to play all 4 parts for you. I'll pause the video in between. Cripple Creek. Now, before we play it, we need to understand this DC al fine that we see at the end of the song. If we go to the top of the page, we'll see a definition of what DC al fine means. Go back to the beginning. Okay, so we need to know that much. DC al fine means to go back to the beginning or repeat. Go back to the beginning of the song and then play until the fine, the end. That means we're going to play this song from beginning to the end, and when we get to this part of the song, the end, we're going to go back to the beginning, which is right here, and we're going to play through and stop right here where it says fine, DC al fine. Now there are some other tricky things in this song. The way it's written is we have a repeat sign here, a repeat sign here, a repeat sign here, and a DC al fine, which is another way of saying repeat. So we've got all kinds of crazy repeats going on. It's a song that you can easily get lost if you don't prepare yourself before you play it. So let's prepare ourselves a little bit more. We're going to play from here to here. We're going to repeat back to the beginning because of the repeat sign. We're going to play from there to there again. Then we're going to move on to the next line, which is measure 5. Play from here to this repeat sign. Repeat back to here, measure 5. Play through that again. And now DC al fine. Repeat all the way back to the beginning and play to the fine. Now, in the way I'm going to do it is I'm actually going to repeat this again before stopping at the fine. All right, here we go. Cripple Creek Orchestra Arrangement, Violin. Notice we have F sharp and C sharp in the key signature. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Measure 5. Back to measure 5. DC al fine, beginning. I'm going to go back to the beginning. that's how you play it with the DC al fine and all of the other repeats. The next part of the video will be for violas. Violas, it is time for you to play Cripple Creek, the orchestra arrangement, song number 200 on page 39 of String Basics. Remember, you've got an F sharp and a C sharp as you play. Here we go. Oh, by the way, I will be playing your part on a violin. It should sound the same as your instrument. If you see me pressing my fingers on strings that are not the same string as yours, don't think that you're doing something wrong, okay, because I am playing a violin. I've already explained how to read the repeat signs and the DC al fine in the violin video. So please watch that first if you haven't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 5 now. Back to measure 5. Beginning. Beginning again. Cellos, 200, Cripple Creek Orchestra arrangement on page 39. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Measure 5. Back to measure 5. Back to the beginning. Back to the beginning again. Hello basses, here is Cripple Creek, song number 200 in your books for the bass. We're going to be plucking the string and slapping the string. Here's what that looks like. So pluck the string and then slap the strings. Here we go. Don't forget all the repeats. All 1, 2, 3, 4. repeat. Be careful not to go faster than you're supposed to. Measure 5 now. Repeat to measure 5. Repeat to the beginning. Back to the beginning again. Well, orchestra, that completes page 39. Lots of fun songs to play. There are some comments I'll make about the video that we just watched. I've played many of the songs slower than they're intended to be. That's in order for you to hear and to practice the songs correctly and to be able to understand the notes. But do practice them enough that you can speed them up. I think you'll enjoy it playing the songs much more, especially 199 Cielito Lindo and 200 Cripple Creek. If you listen to the recordings of these songs by clicking on these speakers here, you'll hear that they go much faster than what I did. So what did we learn today? We learned how to play second finger free, crisscross fingering, unblocked fingering, and we learned to understand and read DC Al Fine. Keep working on those songs until you're comfortable playing them and play them accurately. See you on the next page.